Welcome, Torchbearer. Let's get a message from your spirit guides. I've been guided. I already gathered the decks, set the space, and I've been guided to have a two-pile reading. I feel that you may be at a crossroads, and you can listen to both messages. It kind of has this light and shadow. Don't take that as positive and negative, because light and shadow holds both positive and negative energies. And shadow work is an opportunity to embrace and bring compassion and love. So these are going to have watch this be the darker side. So whatever path you feel called to, or both, I actually am going to clarify with a couple of charms so that you can confirm with some symbolism that is either presently coming up in your reality or will also be coming up as a confirmation in this reading that this pile, or pile 1 or pile 2, is the correct pile for you. Take a deep breath in on your end. Hit that subscribe button and also like and comment. I would appreciate you hanging out on my YouTube. If you know me from TikTok, welcome. Thanks for being here. And if you don't, check out my TikTok as well. All right, so pile 1, I chose the Cute Ghost Tarot by the creator. And then pile 2, I chose the Horror Terror by... doesn't say here, but Insight Edition. Oh, here it is. Illustrated by Abigail Larson and written by Aria Gemeiter and Minerva Segel. Sorry if I mispronounced your names. All right, take another deep breath in. Let's see what you need, pile 1. Let's see what charms are meant for you. Pile 1's charms, please. Just a couple to confirm for pile 1. At this crossroads, what they need to hear. Oh, I remember. They gave me an intention. Hold on. What was the intention, Spirit? Oh, right. Okay. What blank slate? The blank slate that you are, because this is a cleansing of a cycle, death and rebirth, Samhain, All Hallows Eve. This is around the time that I'm filming this. Whether or not you're finding this at that time, it can still be a very relevant message to you. And so I had a guidance to ask the question is, what blank slate or new beginning are you stepping into? But I literally pulled a stick out of my pile of divination sticks, and it was a blank slate. The actual stick I left blank to symbolize, complete, renewal, complete. They're even for some reason, they're not giving me the word I got earlier, because earlier it was like the perfect word and it wasn't blank slate, but maybe it will come up through your readings here. But just to give you that intention here for pile 1 and pile 2, regardless if you're feeling at that crossroads in any area of your life, which is many, many times that we come to, this is a good way for you to take a moment and see which pile or which direction, even assigning both, if you feel something like this decision or this decision, and then get the messages in that way. You can even reuse the reading in that way. Just clear out your energy, and at the end, try to let go of the messages you had in what applied for, let's say, relationship, and then apply it for career, and then pick a new pile, right? And pick through different symbolisms. Interesting. I like that. Okay, blank slate. Let's see. Pile 1. There it is. Okay. Pile 2. Okay. So I was going to pull more, but I like that they came out like really singular. Maybe we'll pull a couple of more for each, but the pile 1 is the compass. I also felt that it fell over here. I think it was face down. So it is a paying attention to your inner compass and to the areas that are calling to you, especially the North Star here is your North Node. So that's your purpose here in life. If you're interested in astrology, look up your North and South nodes so you can kind of see where you came from and where you're heading, and what way you can pave your best pathway forward towards that. And then here on the Horror Terror, we got this DNA strand. This is feeling very ancestral, especially with the fact that the All Hallows Eve spirit guide is very connected to our ancestors. I highly recommend that you read this intention candle. And this year I did it with a apple, cinnamon, vanilla, and lemon. It's like a spiced apple pie. Again, all natural. If you've not heard for the first time, all natural essential oil fragrances in my candles. They are Reiki infused intention candles as well. So maybe because you're working with more offerings, I even pulled this candle out. First time I've lit it in a while. I also feel with pile 2 that there's a little sense of just like excitement, a little more chipper energy than I was expecting. I did sense it at the beginning that this could be a little opposite. So don't assign too much. Let yourself be called to it. Are you feeling called to the compass here with the sun in the center? Or are you feeling called to this DNA strand? And if you're going to reuse this will be your opportunity here now. You can pause and have decided the first answer and then re-ask a new question going forward here and pick another pile or the same pile if you feel called to. And this will be another confirmation, okay? Or it's a continuation. Whichever way you're going to use it, don't get overwhelmed. That's pile 1 here, the owl. We're going to pull a couple more for pile 1. Pile 1, any others? Yep, okay. The world. And look how it landed. How cute. The little ladder man. And he's like moving from the owl. I even feel like he's bringing this wisdom, even though it's upside down. So it is like asking for you to pay more attention. You could be trying to build too many bridges or like fix too many things. Don't overexert yourself. I'm reading you already. Like we haven't even done anything. Okay, seahorse for pile 2. The angel, little chibi, little angel. Whoa, okay. And then these last ones came out really fast as well. Upside down here, the little cute frogs that are together. And then the little heart, little chat or emoji heart. Ooh, I like this energy here on these piles. Okay, we're going to set this to the side. Ooh, this is a fun reading. Okay, we're going to put this over here. Let's check. Oh, wow, we're 6 minutes in. Hopefully you've been getting some messages. Okay, I was like, well, this is going to be a fast one. I'm going to be so fast on this reading. All right, we're going to start with pile 1. If you didn't pick yet, now's your time. You better choose. All right, pile 1, we're going with you. I'm going to put these over here for pile 2 later. And we'll set you here, Horror Tarot. Okay. All right, pile 1. Let's see what you're needing to hear. What is this blank slate that you're integrating, this new beginning? I'm going to shuffle first real quick. Let's unlock these doors. We've got the compass here, which I do want to show you again, maybe up close. Hopefully it will do a good job. I can't see my camera. I think you got the owl next, but then the world came out right after. Owl, I have an owl intention candle, and I also have an earth, not an earth Gaia, but an earth elemental candle. So I'm being called to guide you to those to read as well. The owl is stillness and wisdom. It's also eucalyptus and lemon, really cleansing. And owl is all about understanding that you're the wisest individual in your life. This is not meaning to not pay attention to others' wisdom, but only your perspective has been experienced and perceived along this journey. So you're going to be the one that can decide this compass is its direction. And whether or not you're tapping into the correct magnetic field so that you can trust that your compass is leading you there. These are your systems that you've been implementing as well, pile 1. I feel there's a lot of work you've been taking time to listen and to really be still. And you may be doing a lot of work for the collective, really grieving and holding space for everything that's happening in our planet and our world. And so this could be kind of making you feel like you're lost, but it's quite the contrary. I resonate with that message a lot. It can feel as you're diving into a lot of the emotions that are there that you feel like you're going to drown, but you're doing so much healing and being open and receptive, but also willing enough to listen to your intuition to know when to step back. And especially here, because I did get that confirmation here with the ladder, and I felt like it was like this or something like that. And the ladder was like taking the owl away. Like, you know when to pull yourself away and out of these situations. And again, if you've been doing too much, or you've been, Mr. or Mrs. Fix It, or non-binary Fix It, then it's time for you to really take a moment and realize that, you don't have to fix everything. Let God fix some things. Like, you've done a lot of work, and so then let your spirit team, let your guides show up for you in those ways, okay? And 10 of coins and 8 of cups, walking away leading to happiness. Afraid of walking away is not going to lead to enough prosperity or foundation for you in material and physical ways. All right, pile 1, we're just going to see here 4 of cups. See, you've been letting go. You've been letting go. You've been letting go. I like to see the 4 of cups in reverse. It really gives me a sign that you've not been holding on too tightly, especially to your emotions, or ignoring opportunities that are presenting themselves. You are now, as opposed to before, you would see something as too frightful, too intimidating, too much work, too much like push and pull, but that's part of the creative process. You were just too emotionally burnt out and exhausted to really deal with these other ideas. But look at how peaceful. I really like that depiction of the 7 of Wands. Often it's shown with like, really fighting back here, but you're like kind of like so confident. Look at how your wand here has all of these blooms, and these are all bloomless. The reason they're fighting you is because they see that your wand is growing, and so they want to be in on that exchange, and they want to feel like a part of that growth with you. And this is not necessarily a bad thing. It can be a little intimidating, but when you understand that spirit, like this cloud, is constantly elevating you to the degree so that you can have clear heart, so that you won't be overwhelmed, then you allow yourself the freedom to really cultivate your own energy again and not feel like their voices are overpowering your creative spark. This star here in the center is really pulling me in, especially with these other ones that are there. Like your light is shining enough so that others are creating a new solar system around you. And that solar system, this is an interesting reference, that solar system, that star is really starting to heal wounds in communities and in around the world. You could be a content creator. This is coming up strong, like something about sharing your voice. This doesn't mean you have to be like actually posting every day, or if you feel that call, this is definitely an opportunity to like pursue that. I even felt called to like pull the Chucky out. I use him as my stamp of protection for all of my packages, and he's always been a big like kind of like symbolism for me. I love Chucky. I've always loved him as a character. I thought, he always pushed past his fears. He loved Tommy so much because he would pull him out of his anxieties, and really every time though he would also stand up for his voice, and sometimes Tommy wouldn't listen. And so it was really a balance of understanding when to give, when to also put yourself and what you're prioritizing your care first and foremost, especially with the star here. So let's pull, I'm going to pull like one card from each of these, like, witchy, find your magic. This is the Magic and Mediums Oracle. I want to see what magic you're unlocking right now, this new beginning, this new slate. The slate I'm really stepping into here with you you're really stepping into, I feel that you're stepping into, is no longer rushing in to solve anybody else's problems, because you realize that by filling your river or your pond or your lake, your ocean, all these, every body of water, by filling every body of water that you have tapped into, you're creating these small rivers that are leading out to these individuals. And that by actually shining brightly and not holding on too tightly to the past emotions, you're actually allowing them to forgive themselves for any wrongdoings or any energies that have perpetuated lack or caused you to rush in these ways. See portals here in reverse. You're closing portals. You're really letting go of any energy here. What magic is this collective? Learn. One more. I was only going to pull one, but because I didn't finish my sentence. What magic is this collective integrating? So this collective here is learning how to somatically move this knowledge and this wisdom through you. So you are embodying, not speaking. You are embodying all of these frequencies. And so there's no, and then taboo here on the bottom. It's going against all of the collective frequencies that you were first born into. This doesn't just mean family. I mean like everything you showed up as. You went to college, this energy showed up. You went to your career, this energy showed up. You went to, you moved location, this energy showed up. This is a ending of a chapter for the collective in a big way, especially with what's going on with a new moon coming up. I think that Pluto's ending a 16-year cycle on the new moon. It's moving into Aquarius, I believe, and you have the star here in Aquarius. If I'm misremembering that, please someone in the comments correct me, but I'm pretty sure right now the timing of that is making a lot of sense here as well, because there's so much knowledge that is at your fingertips that you don't need to use because you are just embodying it. So it just comes out. I absolutely love that message here, Pile 1. I also want to say that this new beginning and this new cycle is you allowing for the parts of yourself that you felt shameful of before to now be a equal balance to you. You see this learn card, how there is this giving of maiden and mother crone energy. And it's really funny because I actually said this statement to my cat today. My youngest cat, Hecate, who is literally named after the maiden mother crone energy of the goddess Hecate. Not only the maiden mother crone, but the goddess of magic and witchcraft. And I also want to say that I told her today, because she's kind of not confident around my other two cats, or as confident at times. And I told her to come up onto the bed so she could get the love she was asking me for. She wanted to sit in my lap. And I was reading that energy. I'd already played with her and done all these other things. And she just she pulls me into this other room where she feels more safe and secure. And I told her, I said, baby, you got to step into your mother energy, your maiden energy. You've done so much of this learning and growing, and now it's time for you to step into this embodiment phase, this vulnerable energy of empowerment. And this does not, like I always talk about, if you read the Hecate candle, I talk about that they all exist simultaneously and that there is no one energy. I just got told to grab this flower that this kid gave me. There is no one energy that is more wise or better than the other. And so I feel that you're learning to embody that. You're learning to not be held back any longer by what you first were, by the phase that you are in. Instead, you're stepping into the phase without needing to eradicate, is what came through, but okay, or erase or let go of the phase before. Like, you are ready for everything. You don't have to be like a certain stage to accept or be completely ready. Okay, this is the Witching Hour Oracle by Lorraine Anderson. Let's see what is coming through for you. During the magical hours of the evening, you have the Cast the Circle, Raising Vibrations. I think that it's interesting. So much of this is like solo energy. I would say it would be really good for you right now to, especially with this in reverse, to be able to come back to community spaces without feeling like you have to give in those community spaces. Knowing that you may have taken time away and stepped away into a hermitage, but it doesn't mean that when you come back, you have to be like pour. Like, step back in a way that allows you to actually, like, honor it is what's coming through here. The sacred vows especially, so commitment. Like, there's a lot in the brain here. You see all these thoughts. You see all this rumination. Let me make sure I'm still recording. We're at 16 minutes. Okay, we're doing okay then. We're doing good. Wow. It's so funny that the first 6 minutes felt like so long, and now we're only 10 minutes into your reading, and I felt like I was going for forever. Or like I felt like it happened so quickly. Not I thought I was yapping, and then I look, 10 minutes. That's good. So, okay, obviously I'm yapping because I'm channeling for you. So, raising vibrations here, I want to show you up close again. Look at the cleansing. Look at the circle that's cast around them. I am feeling called to, like, especially with the compass energy here, circle, casting in general, before you do any magic, before you do any, like, meditation, it's really a good idea to set the space and to create, like, a protective bubble around you. Create a circle of energy like this energy. I'm actually going to flip it so you can see it all the way. And I wasn't going to read from this deck. I was only going to read, actually, maybe this is one of the ones. I wasn't like, decided. So we'll read from this one. I'm actually going to read you the casting circle. We'll see if I feel called to the sacred vows here. Commitment. Before I read this, I actually want to go ahead and pull your familiar. This is the Wisdom or Everyday Witches Familiar. By Deborah Blake. So what spirit... Oh, no! Wow, that was weird. The flower fell and 3 cards fell. Let me see what they are. One, oh wait, more than 3 fell. Oh, there we are. I'll show you, but I am going to reshuffle. All right. You got dolphin, water, rooster, fire, spider, air. Oh gosh, I thought it was going to be earth. And then firefly, fire. And then on the bottom was the penguin, water. So let's see. I'm going to reshuffle real quick. If any of those are meant to come back out, they will. I think this might be called Forget-Me-Not. I'm not positive. Kind of funny. I think it is Forget-Me-Nots. So look up Forget-Me-Nots as well. Alexa, what does Forget-Me-Not flower symbolize spiritually? I have my book.
Forget-Me-Not flower has a significant meaning in spirituality. Mm-hmm. It symbolizes love, remembrance, and a deep connection that endures over time.
Okay.
The flower carries a powerful message for those who are separated, reminding them that their love and memory will remain cherished and unchanged. The spiritual meaning of Forget-Me-Not flower is a symbol of loyalty, honesty, and the strength of a relationship.
Thank you. Actually, I'm not even going to continue looking at it. That was actually really perfect. They gave a lot of clarification to this, so... And it's funny, I was so tapped in, and I feel like the last 3-ish minutes got chaotic, so there could be something here with the casting of circle I was talking about for protection. The sacred vows that are commitment. It feels like you might be a little scattered when you sit down and you pause and like really have nothing going. I normally have music going. I am that person. There's going to probably be music playing right now in the background. I am that person that likes to have music on in the background, even if the music, I do tend to listen to a lot of music that is great for spiritual working as well, like meditation and stuff like that. So it's not always, like lyrics is, a lot of it is just instrumental. So I feel like there could be something here about just really getting yourself into a clear meditative space. You almost had all the elements as well. So like that's giving very much magician energy. And with the 7 of Sticks here, the 4 of Cups and the Star, I'm just really feeling like confirmation verb, excuse me. You have been balancing out your passions, your emotions. This fire, water energy. It can feel a little bit like you get going and then like all of a sudden you pour this water on a hot flame. But these embers have stayed burning so that the next time that you rekindle the idea, the spark, the fire is that much more potent and hot. So let's get your familiar. Paying attention to this guide, this familiar that has been coming around because it feels very important right now. I want to say that there even feels like an actual physical representation of them in your, wow, okay, I'm actually wearing a bat pendant right now. So that's actually funny because the bat is here, air, Bat spirit, I absolutely love this hangman. It actually coming up in reverse is giving me the hangman in reverse. So I love that it's giving me the energy of what this guy up here was giving, where you're coming out of feeling like you're in stagnancy. The hangman is a really beautiful energy, but it's difficult because you're choosing to do it. You choose to put everything on pause and to like tie yourself upside down so that you can have a complete shift in perspective. So that all these thoughts that have been ruminating can pour out into the galaxy. Letting go, letting God. I think I said that earlier in your reading. So that is a clarifier here for you. All right, I'm going to pull a Season of the Witch card. This is for Samhain. I'm going to have this be your just one card for Samhain, what's being activated for Samhain. Let's see if I can fit all of these things. We're going to put this here. All right, Samhain. One card for Samhain for pile 1. Rebirth. There is death in all that awakens, for it isn't blissful nor painless. It is a mighty rising, O flame resurrected. I think if you also, like, have been feeling called to do a cleansing, a fire or smoke cleansing, like you could do a fire pit ritual where you're lighting a fire outside and surrendering things. You can even write out things. Some bay leaves are good for protection and abundance. I feel with the rebirth here, even the match here in the middle, some good lighting of candles. The death and rebirth candle is a perfect candle to do that with if you happen to have it or if you are looking to work with it. Let joy be your compass. Compass! Let joy be your compass. Look at that. I mean, that's beautiful. I chose The Lost Oracle by Fiona Horn. Let joy, and then trust what lies ahead. Let joy be your compass. Trust what lies ahead. And I had actually gotten the snake last time I used this deck. And I chose the snake mat. Time for rest and repose. All right. This is your last card here, and then I'm going to read from the Cast the Circle, I think. I was planning on reading from this, but we'll see. Cast the Circle. What is this Lost Oracle? What has been lost for pile 1 and is making its way back? What has been lost for pile 1 and in this new beginning and this clean slate is making its way back for their highest good? Ooh, there it was. Okay. The Crone. See, we talked about the Maiden Mother Crone. Maiden Mother Crone. Now you have them all here. Beacon of Fortitude on the bottom. Ground and connect. And then the Crone. I'm not sure if you can see all these, but I'm just going to put them as best I can on here for you, and hope I'll show you up close here. Know your power. I love this deck. It's absolutely beautiful. Let me check and see. I think you can see all that. Okay, I think you can see it all. This one's a little off camera, but that's okay. It's the bottom of the deck energy here. Okay, pile 1. I feel what's so beautiful about your message too is I'm getting this sensation of everything important was already said, so that you get that. You get to understand that the rest is just present. presentness. The rest is just finding your way through. Enjoy trusting that what you're led to, though if it is not the norm, that you're meant to enact it in your unique ways. With this pentacle here in the hand of the earth symbol, you planted seeds, and you've been, like I said, this ember in water, like burning out, like putting the flame out, pouring water over the hot coals so that ash can be pushed into the coals or the core of the earth. You may even resonate, like I said in the beginning, as an earth angel, so that you're doing this collective healing frequency for Gaia. And look, I just cut to the flames by accident, and it's literally the card before cast the circle. I'm going to read it to you here, collective, okay? Pile 1, raising vibrations, sacred space, taking the extra step. I just redid my sacred space, my home. I've been moving things around, feng shui, moving paintings around, just changing things up, because that changes the frequency of your home. It's a really good opportunity of that. Clear out the clutter. Good time for that. I mean, with Samhain, all this energy, the thin veil, you really want to make sure you have a good, clear space. Wash your bedding. I just washed my bedding and also changed the bedding to a different, bed sheets just for a little while to get a different frequency. Okay. Rising vibrations, sacred space, taking the extra step, as in don't skip this step. Don't skip this step. 7 of Pentacles. So that's 7-7 coming up here as well for you with the 7 of Sticks. So dedication coming through a lot. Consistency is a bunch to do with 7s here. And again, with Spirit coming through strongly. Your guides here to help you along that journey. Casting a circle is a necessary step of spell work. This practice is how a witch guards their magic, protecting them from outside influences that would rather not see them succeed. But the circle also amplifies a witch's power. It is a container that acts as like a battery, giving you the energy you need to see real results. Casting a circle is a step that should not be avoided. This card is guiding you to do things the right way. Avoid cutting corners and follow the established order of things. You may be anxious and seeking ways to skip ahead of the hard work or shorten the amount of time that you need to succeed. But doing so will hurt you in the end. Essentially, this is a measure twice and cut once card that ensures you to have what you need before getting started. You may require additional resources or skills, or should consider continued learning. Taking these extra steps will help ensure. I hear you. You're like, I've done this. And it's funny because I was hearing myself saying that because it was in reverse, this could also be a sign that you either have been skipping steps ahead or that you've already done all the planning. So I need to know that you can trust yourself, or I need to know that you'll do your due diligence and discernment to understand which one it is for you. Don't use your ego to just brush ahead and push on through, because this pile is beautiful. So if it's just a couple of extra steps that are needed to get put in place to get everything to start working harmoniously, trust that it's worth fighting for. It's worth letting go of those energies that are not serving your highest good, those emotions, those lack mindsets, those beliefs that you've been playing over and over again and pouring. I'm even getting the reference of a cup that's filled like with raw wine, right? It's your cup, or sludge, darkness, and you're pouring water, and it is taking a long time. You feel like nothing is happening, but it's slowly over time. The water is overflowing, and all that darkness will eventually be turned to clear again, and you'll have clarity. All these vows and all these commitments that you've made over and over again in the darkness of your heart, in the darkness of the night, in the witching hour, I'm hearing as well, because of the fact that this is the witching hour oracle that I'm even choosing to read from for you, that it is not, the universe is listening, okay? Let me see where I was. You may require additional resources or skills, or should consider continued learning. Taking these extra steps will ensure that you are properly prepared for the goals that you are about to take on. If your reading is about relationships, receiving this card is a sign that you should not push the other person at this time. Patience, compassion, and understanding will benefit you greatly in the long term. Companion cards are the elements. We didn't get that. The Witch Hunter or Bewitched, or Forgotten Ghosts. We didn't get any of those. So let's see here. We're going to read number 15, though. The Sacred Vows. Ooh, the Sacred Vows have something here too. Should you feel called to say these vows aloud? Okay. I'm going to show you that. Okay, the Sacred Vows. That's this card here. All right, we're 30 minutes in here. That means we're about, I was like 10 minutes before I started. That's 20 minutes of your reading. I think we're doing good. About to finish up here for you. You may also be holding yourself up to a clock. I really wasn't trying to do that, but it's funny that I've checked twice. So that could be something for you as well, that you be like checking in too often to your compass. Like, trust that you're like, sometimes the compass is not going to be pointing north because you're on a side quest. And that side quest has a lot of things that are helpful for you right now. And if you rush through the side quest, don't skip this step. If you rush through the side quest, right, then you're just trying to get to the other side. Ooh, good message. Good message. Okay. Commitment. Oh, all right. Commitment, devotion, belief system, prayer. Tarot companion is justice. Mystics and witches are governed by higher laws. Spirit works through them, channeling love, healing, abundance, self-sovereignty, and compassion for humanity. It is these beliefs guiding the witch through life, and they are committed to honoring the tasks placed upon their shoulders. This card represents the driving beliefs behind their choices. Your choices, I mean. What is your moral compass? What's your moral compass, y'all? Where was the other reference of a compass? Because sacred vows wasn't my reference for the compass. This even is looking like a pentacle here. That's really cool. Okay, what is your moral compass? What keeps you aligned to your soul's nature and gives you a bump when you are deviating from your path? What are you passionate about? What are you committed to? What moves you? Notice how that one had learn. What moves you? What moves through you? What moves you, moves through you, and inspires you? The sacred vows guides you to devote yourself to what brings you joy and pleasure, to do more of what excites you, embrace both the simple and complex joys in life, and allow the things that bring you rapture to be held in your life as sacred. Should this card happen to fall out of this deck and land in reverse, and it did not, or you feel you are lacking in ethos, to guide your path, it is an invitation to spend more time in prayer, connection to the higher power that best supports your path. Companion cards, none of those. You got Forgotten Ghost as well, though. Forgotten Ghost as well. And it also has the elements here. So I feel that I talked about the magician energy for you earlier. This is feeling like the wand. So, okay. Oh, let me show you this too. The sacred vows. I don't know if I should read this for you now. Should you feel called, say these vows aloud to reconnect to deep spiritual being and self-sovereignty. Yeah, I'm going to let you read them. I'm just going to pause it up here. I'll let you pause. Let me make sure it's on camera. So there's part 1, 3232 as I see this. Big confirmation. All right, that's a better view. And then now the second half. And repeat that to yourself if you feel called, whenever you feel down. Pile 1, that's all I have for you. I hope that this message resonates and really brought a lot of healing and awakening energy and remembrance, because you already knew all these things. That's what I love about doing readings, what I love about tarot, oracle, working with our guides. It all just is a reminder that you are the wisest individual on your path and that you already know what you're doing. You just doubt yourself. And it is good to have those in your life, whether it be this exact moment with me, to be that reminder, so that you know you can continue, you can keep going, you can continue to learn, move, and embrace the aspects and parts of yourself that you have felt are taboo and are wrong and deserve to be honored. I thank you. I'm sending you so much love. Check out the Death and Rebirth candle, the owl, and the earth element. I also feel that with the star card here, the turtle would be a really good energy to look at as well. Resilience and divine timing. Okay, I'm going to clear the piling here. You're going to watch me clean up because I'm not editing. Taking it easy. We're going to just clear up your little pile here real quick and put up your cards. And then I will move into pile 2. So if you resonate with this message and you'd like to watch pile 2, head over to pile 2. I'll have the timestamp listed for you on the information of this reading. Thank you for being here, Torchies. Do 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 do. do 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 Pile 2. Pile 2, welcome. All right, I have here for you the horror terror. We're going to start with the blank slate message. Let's see what you need to hear from your guides, what blank slate you're enacting with a couple of charms that we felt called to here. I already felt called to the ancestral DNA, which was the first strand, interesting. First strand that fell out. Let me see here. Oh, I'm getting a low battery notification. Let me just ignore that. I think we'll be okay. 35 as I'm seeing that. I want to make sure that we're still recording here. So you could be moving on from something that has been causing a burnout or a lot of energy lack for you. And it's interesting. I've chosen to use the word burnout twice in, I think, both piles now. So just exhaustion, and you could be neurodivergent and be experiencing like true medical burnout. And if you are experiencing burnout to that degree, I really want to say go to your therapists and your medical providers to be getting the help that you can get yourself through this stage. Or if that is something that it doesn't resonate with you, then make sure you're getting the tools and the help and support systems through your loved ones and those around you, so that you know that you're not alone, even as this time frame is shifting, okay? Or this energy that you don't have at this time. And I am also feeling that your angels are really closely connected to you right now. I am feeling a big connection to Archangel Michael and Metatron for some reason. Could be that their energy is stepping forward here. The little frog here is coming up, and it's something I say, it's one of my first magical spells I ever learned, and I still use it. Comes with all of my intention candles that I ship out to you all. And it is sana colita rana, lo que no sanas hoy sanarás mañana. That is heal, little frog tail. What doesn't heal today will heal tomorrow. So I feel that there has been something you're healing from, a wounding, or even like a relationship. You could have like let go of a friendship or even a true dynamic or companionship. I'm even feeling that it could even just be someone that transitioned the rainbow bridge, or a pet, or even could even be a pet that transitioned the rainbow bridge over to the other side, and they're reaching out through your angels and letting you know that they're here with you. This is a big time of like creating like altars, ofrendas for your like for your ancestors and your spirit guides too, but for some reason they came through strong there at the beginning, as I was about to say, ancestors, for your family, for your pets, all of that, so that your connection to them feels even more close and more established. This DNA is like bridging that pathway for them. And the seahorse here, something else I love that the seahorse represents is that not only do they represent the divine masculine energy coming through or the divine feminine energy coming through in a masculine way, and that is actually in a masculine, like male represented way. Where normally I talk a lot about how masculinity is not connected to divine masculine energy, and femininity or female and male, they're not connected to divine masculine or feminine energies. We all have those energies, but I love that this representation and this in our reality, the male seahorses are the ones that carry the young. I also get called to, whenever I see seahorses, that they also, during any big storms, they use their tail here, which is like the spiral, the Fibonacci sequence, is what it's giving me there. They use their tail to hold on to any coral or any areas that maybe they can grasp onto, so that they can make it through the storm and they're not pulled around, because they can't exert that much energy. Swimming is a lot of energy. So during currents, they really just hunker down. And so this could be a time for you to just let the storm pass, and again, reaching out to those that you love and really be thinking thoughts of love amidst this like void space. There's a lot of red and black too coming up for you. So red and black could be big colors. Maybe you're a Georgia Bulldogs fan, but it could be big colors for you as well that are being called to work with right now. Black is a power energy. Black is a really powerful protection frequency, and then red is really grounding. It is very much connected to our root chakra. I'm sorry, our root chakra. Why what like like suddenly my mind literally completely went blank, and all of my chakras just like woof, like almost like a computer system, because I thought I said earth star chakra, and I was like, it just sounded wrong. So there really could be something going on with your root chakra system. So maybe even connecting outside and putting your feet on the ground while you focus on this, like almost like a reset, like turning your computer system off and back on, like a reboot. And especially because I saw the low power mode on my phone, I feel that that could be another signifier for you. Okay. So let's see what you got here. I like those. It's so pretty in there. All right. So this is the Horror Tarot by, like I said before, Abigail Larson and Aria. Good. It's hard to read. Gamitter and Minerva Sigel. All right. Let's see what's going on for you, pal, too. Along with what I've already channeled. That's what I'm hearing from your guides. You seem like a very step-by-step pile. You may be the pile that is just like used to doing things in order, and there could be introducing something out of order here for you so that you could kind of do some time work here, like even like sending energy back to your younger child and your older adult, so that maybe right now as you ground that, it helps these experiences. They're even bringing up the Agatha. I got this reference online. I feel like a lot of people are channeling this because Agatha all along has been really popular right now, and I don't know if you've seen the episode 7 with Lilia, but it really is giving that where you're doing so much work for your ancestors you don't even realize. The Lovers on the bottom, and it's funny because I saw the Lovers before and I think I shuffled once, so I do think that there could even be, like, again with the reference of like maybe a new love, or even a rebirth in a love, or maybe even like a baby, because the DNA and the Lovers here, as opposed to leaving a love behind, it could really be giving a message of like your angels guiding you towards someone that is going to be an equal caretaker for you, and a balanced caretaker, and also a balanced motivator. I feel like there's a balanced energy of like knowing how to get you and them feel confident for each other, as opposed to feeling like it's difficult. Maybe a lot of your relationships before, like King of Swords here on the bottom, felt very mental based, which was causing a lot of strife within and disharmony within your body. So okay, look at that, the Chariot here. You are moving forward somewhere new, and I feel like the exactly the energy of this seahorse, it fell right on top of the seahorse, being carried by the currents, knowing when to let go from the coral or the area that you were holding on to before. The Star, it's really interesting because I did feel called to say, if you didn't already feel called to pile 1, then pile 1 I do think may have some messages for you, pile 2, more so than the opposite for pile 1 for pile 2. If you're here from pile 1, I love it. I think there is some stuff that's going to be here for you, confirmation with the Star card, and I think that there's something that you're moving in to celebrating yourself more through actual self-love. This is having fun doing everything in your life. And no longer, I actually kind of think it's interesting that they have the Star here as connecting with spirits, and connecting with a Ouija board here. So I do feel it's like almost like during this time right now, you may be feeling really inspired and motivated to dedicate yourself to areas. Interesting, because I didn't notice that I was feeling called to do a YouTube video and that I was being guided earlier to those energies. And that could be another way of me dedicating myself during the time that the veil is very thin. This could be a confirmation for you as well from your team, so that you can move forward from some of these storms or these energies, and then actually take the energy of your ancestors and like bridge those energies. You may even feel called to watch the movie Coco. Is that what it's called? The Disney movie, the cute little Disney movie with I think it's Coco. And then the spider here on the bottom, devil in reverse. So yeah, breaking addictions, breaking habits that are not serving you, breaking lack mindsets, or even people, places, things that you've been interacting with that are just time to let go of. Page of Cups in reverse here. Sorry, I just touched those so much. I don't know why. Another sign that maybe you've been feeling like you can't help but like try to fix things and repair things. Pile 2, you're really scattered, but it's funny because I said you were so planned and organized. I think that right now things being scattered for you feels very unregulating, and Spirit's trying to get you to understand that even this moment you're being shifted into areas that are going to help you feel like you can handle the scattered energy and not be taken. Did you hear that music? I just heard music go by, someone went by, not be taken off path. But instead be taken to a, it's funny, I brought up side quests on pile 1, and this is giving me like you are being called on a side quest, and it feels like it doesn't feel worth going, but your heart wants to do it. This is very much the star. There's something inside of you that is calling you to go this direction, and you're really worried, you're really concerned that it's not, that's going to lead you to have to lead down a path that's a lot farther or longer away from your goals than you want to be. But instead, this side quest is actually leveling you up so that you can, look, even it's a Jack in a Box. Like, you're afraid that it's going to, like, the surprise, all those things have already happened. It being in reverse here, I feel like, Page of Cups. I even want to, for some reason, I want to ask Alexa, what's your definition of the Page of Cups in reverse? It's going to be negative. It's okay.
The Page of Cups in reverse in the tarot deck implies a reversal of positive emotions and love. It depicts a youth with artistic inclinations who may face challenges in their affairs. The card suggests a lack of emotional balance and a possibility of depression. It is a warning to avoid distractions and focus on current responsibilities.
Okay. Thank you, Alexa. So, let's see what familiar is with you right now, pal 2. What familiar is with pal 2? Pal 2, dedication coming through again. A lack of dedication, a lack of, like, the scattered energy is what that is talking about. So if you can move yourself back into, like, even this, like I said, it was interesting that they talked about the star card as like a like using a pendulum, not a pendulum, but yeah, a pendulum. What's it called? I forget what the thing is called. But using it to connect to the other side. And I feel that there's a lot being healed for you here through surrendering. And that's why I think you're reaching out and grasping so much. You're trying to find something to anchor to. And the reality is, like, during a phase where you're feeling all this, like, this energy of lack or sadness, they want for you to be able to, like, recognize that you still deserve peace and happiness, even though you're feeling the emotions of lack and sadness. You still deserve abundance. You still deserve to give yourself abundant energy. This is treating yourself with love and respect. This is giving yourself the time to, like, move through these things. I want you to read the Horse Spirit Guide, because that's the Chariot energy here. Horse Spirit is like an open-hearted frequency. This is this energy here. And I did pick up on, like, this red and black, and I'm loving this depiction here for you. And this Jack, like, you may even like horror movies, or like you could be feeling called to watch some horror movies right now. If you don't even like horror movies, I would say that might even be an opportunity to, like, do some healing work. Watch a horror movie with intention. It'll change everything. Like, I am this horror character, or not the character that's being chased, but yes, at the same time, you're the horror character that's chasing this character. You're the character that's trying to escape, all those things, right? And it feels like you're familiar, like the familiar that's surrounding you right now is in the etheric. I don't feel it in a very physical way. So let's see what familiar is surrounding you. I mean, you could have horses, rabbit could be a guide as well. One familiar, please, Spirit, for pile 2. The frog. Ooh, there. Yeah, the frog is there. One familiar, please, for pile 2. There it is. Fire. The wild boar. I didn't read from this deck for pile 1, but I am going to read from the familiar deck here for you for the boar. But I want an overall better picture of your reading, because it, like I say, is so scattered, and it feels like the best thing, the best wisdom I could give you right now from the perspective I'm gaining is just to slow down and to pause and to really give yourself the love and compassion that, like, you're pushing really hard right now, and that is, like, admirable. But it's funny because I have the horse, the chariot here and the star, like they're like almost like opposing energies, because like the chariot is moving forward, but like it's telling you to move forward into slowing down. Like slowing down is going to speed things up. Like, and it is not going to be this like, these fears that are coming up right now. If you can slow down with these fears present, the fears will dissipate. I promise you. You just have to not try to fight them. You have to like let them be. I'm actually going to pull a couple clarifiers here. Spirit, will you pull me a couple clarifiers? Look, you don't try not to fight them. The Fool in reverse. Don't run away from the fears. Embrace them. You don't want a new beginning that is from anxiety. You want a new beginning that is from you being so inspired to move because you have said, yeah, I deserve more. Or yes, I'm ready for more. Yes, I can perceive or receive more. Give me a clarifier here for this wild boar and also for this these three cards here. Just give me a clarifier. Thank you. 5 of Wands, 8 of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. And this was sort of like half in balance, half out of balance. I'm going to take that as like, again, a confirmation, because this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 13 wands together, which adds up to 4, which would give us ability of structure, foundations, like very much what the 4 of wands depicts as well. And here with the 5 of wands, it is often, I'm kind of, what I like here is there is a little more often conflict in the 5 of wands, but I kind of get camaraderie here with them all putting their wands together, especially because each individual person is still holding on to their idea and their concept. It doesn't feel, it is feeling more collaborative. And that's an interesting depiction for the 5 of wands, but this could be like if you let go of trying to get all of the things to like everybody's ideas to work, you then will allow for the bonfire, like a lot of fire energy here, the bonfire to then inspire the growth, because the King of Pentacles here is a very stable, solid, foundational energy. But when we're dealing with fire, when we're dealing with a lot of wands, it's very sparkle, it's very fiery, it's very passionate. We just experienced a full moon in Aries, and now we're experiencing a new moon here in Aquarius, I believe, and you do have the Aquarius energy here as well. This is where some of these messages are kind of lining up with a lot of Pile 1, and I think if there's things that you're feeling a little confused from here, if there's some people that are like, yes, this is everything, you're confirming everything for me, Alex, but there's some of you here that are missing some pieces, and it is because it's in Pile 1 for you, okay? So Witch of the Woods, retreat. I'm telling you, it is the best message I can tell you right now is just to retreat and recharge. Really like allowing for the frequencies. And I kind of gave Pile 1 a little bit of that message as well, as like let go, let God. And that is kind of a collective theme right now. So I'm hoping that is finding the people that it's meant to. As above, so below. As within, so without. Manifestation. The best way that you receive your manifestations is by learning to surrender and let go of them, because they are not needed for your fulfillment. They are a additional, they're like the cherry on top of the cake, hun. Like, you're the manifestation of your life. You are everything that exists, and don't think of it as rejection. Rejection is protection. And I know that doesn't feel like it when things are continuously surprising you and making you feel less than, or making you feel like you cannot handle or make it through these storms. But Alexa, what does seahorse symbolize?
Here's something I found on reference.com. In many civilizations, a seahorse has come to represent patience, contentment, and protection. However, it can symbolize other meanings depending on which cultural references one uses. A seahorse can also symbolize perception or awareness, due to their sharp eyesight. In European mythology, the seahorse represents good luck because they were thought to provide safe passage for the soul on the trip to the underworld. In some Celtic circles, the seahorse represents fatherhood, as it is the male seahorse that gives birth. They can also be associated with the notion of staying true to oneself, as they are graceful swimmers that do not need to change who they are to adapt to their environment.
Love using Alexa actually for things like that. That's fun. Okay, let's see here. What is the witching hour magic that you are unlocking right now, Pile 2? By you taking this pause, as above, so below. What else? Is there anything else? I think I already pulled. I think it is this. Okay. So, as above, so below, manifestation, casting the circle, card that came up in Pile 1, raising your vibrations. So, as above, so below. These feel like core foundational beliefs that you need to come back to. And by pausing, you'll remember again. You'll remember why you chose to move forward in a certain direction, why you were inspired and motivated to heal your lineage, why you chose to come down here and show up in a way in your family that no one else has ever shown up. This was the one I was asking what magic. So let's see what magic you're unlocking. See, I was on the right intention, but on the next deck. What magic are you unlocking? Pile 2. What magic is pile 2 unlocking? What magic is pile 2 unlocking? Protection. Moon magic. And on the bottom of the deck, listen. Protection is coming through with the same thing as the casting circle that was on the bottom of the witching hour deck, especially as I was setting that intention and I stopped shuffling, and that was the clarifier on the bottom, and it's in pile 1 as well. But this here in the protection in reverse, I do feel really called to guide you. It came up in reverse, and I'm putting it up here upright. I feel called to guide you to remember who you're sharing your frequencies and energy with, okay? So if you're always sharing certain aspects of things that are, I even felt the heat as I leaned over that. If you're sharing lots of flame, if you are sharing certain things that are going on in your life constantly with certain individuals but aren't happy with their support or their way of holding space for you, then learn to hold back certain things, even if you're desired to share with those. Like, listen instead in that moment so that you can hear what your guides would give the true wisdom as. Because sometimes we show up even if our person doesn't understand, like if a person doesn't get us, we don't always have to give them all the information for them to show up for us. So if we sometimes leave out information, not like, lying or being purposeful, like manipulative, I mean like not having to share every little detail of what you're going through, but not out of a place of hurt, out of a place of empowerment and protection for yourself, because you're currently going through that energy and need the space of not dealing with any other frequencies, especially here with the listen here, a lot about frequency. Moon magic is like doing things, especially in here with this energy here, it is giving me like the witching hour, like nighttime working, paying attention to the cycles of the moon. I just saw a bird flying outside, a big bird. It could have been a hawk. Could have been Big Bird. So listening to your body and your spirit guides. The wolf spirit is coming up here really strongly, especially with this King of Pentacles here. And moth spirit could be coming up. These are guides I have. Wolf and moth I both have in the intention candles, so you could read those, as well as horse. And then frog. Gosh, I wish I had frog for you, because frog has come up so much. I want to do frog. I haven't done frog yet, but may the lily beneath your breast allow you to drink from its healing waters. Be still, for there is serenity behind the drowning croaks. Okay, we're going to pull one Samhain card. What energy is being activated for Samhain for you? What energy was activated for Samhain for this pile here, pile 2? I also feel moon magic here, paying attention to like, soaking in the moon energies, like putting moon water out if you feel called to that, recharging your crystals, your energies. You also could feel called to doing frequency work or healing. Black cat. I love black cat energy, especially for Samhain. Some people are afraid of black cat energy. They think it's bad luck. I am not a believer of that. I think black cat, anything that is known to be, notoriously one thing, I tend to look at it and try to uncover what it is beneath all of that. And black cat is one of those energies. There's a curious journey into the depths of the unknown, hidden so deep that only the brave will gracefully return with the light in their eyes and shadow leading home. That is just the perfect depiction of pile 2. If you have felt like you're on a black cat journey and you're like, I just don't know, I'm lost, I don't see, it's this. Only there is a curious journey into the depths of the unknown, hidden so deep that only the brave will gracefully return with the light in their eyes and the shadow leading home. That's a beautiful message here, pile 2. Number 7 there, like I had said in reference, I think I had talked about the number 7 for you as well. Let joy be your compass. Trust what lies ahead. And I'm going to read from these as a closing message for you at the end here. Let me see what this card is for you. What was lost to pile 2 and that is making its way back to them? What is meant for them, for their highest good, that was lost that's making their way back to them? What is lost that is making their way back to pile 2 here? Harvest ritual. Trust the endings in life. Beautiful. Bottom of the deck. Midnight brew. Put the lime in the coconut and shake it all up. Put the lime in the coconut and then you'll feel better. Oh my goodness. Doctor, is there nothing I can do? I said, doctor, to relieve this bellyache. I said, doctor. Okay. I love that so much because I said that you've been feeling called to like midnight workings or like the witching hour, and that is actually midnight is the witching hour. Though you can do the witching hour is any hour. So I just love this so much. We're going to put this here. I think we're going to put, I feel called, these need to be together. Okay. Harvest ritual, trust the endings in life. And Midnight Brew, The Alchemy of You. It's beautiful. I actually feel like I am going to have to read those for you. I just knocked Chucky over. He's on an adventure now because I'm not going to go get him. And so we're going to try to keep this quick. I'm going to read these here for you. I wanted to start with the Wild Boar. That felt important here. Actually, like this feels like a little grid, okay? So you could be paying attention to like crystal grids as well. That could be really powerful for you. Or just grids in general. This is a grid of energy work. So fire energy here, we're going to read number 7, the wild boar. The boar is a wild pig, much larger and more aggressive than its domesticated descendants. In some places, the males can grow to be over 200 pounds of pure muscle. They are fierce and competitive. In many cultures, they are associated with the warrior spirit. They symbolize righteous anger, not fury, or not fury for fury's own sake, but the kind that motivates you to fight for the good fight. This card may be a sign that it is time for you to channel your anger into positive action. Very dragon spirit guide. If you've been feeling sacred rage, not sacred rage, but rage, you can turn it into sacred rage with the dragon spirit. Or here, the wild boar. This card may be a sign that it is time for you to channel your anger into a positive action. Don't just get mad, get moving. There are many causes that are worth fighting for, no matter how much we might prefer to stay on the sidelines. You may have to throw a punch, but you don't have to throw a punch. You don't have to throw a punch, but you might need to step forward and stand up for whatever it is you believe in, whether it is for yourself or for the behalf of others. All of us feel anger from time to time. Is your anger simply frustration with others, annoyance at unpleasant circumstances, or is it something worth putting your energy into? Only you can decide if your anger is righteous or not. Make sure that you aren't putting it out into the world unless it is going to accomplish something worthwhile. I love that. Now I want to read the Witching Hour card, As Above, So Below, number 40. We're going to shift this card here, down, click, 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 and now those are all together. Click, 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 click. The Witching Hour, no, look, the Witch Hunter, not the hour. I thought that said the Witching Hour. 40, okay. 40, As Above, So Below. This card here. Manifestation, confidence, cause and effect. The tarot companion is a magician. Interesting. As above, so below is a common witch phrase, meaning what happens in the cosmos is reflected in the material world and vice versa. The second half of the phrase is as within, so without, meaning your eternal landscape is creating your external life, and what you experience in the world is also affecting you emotionally and spiritually. Very much like this fire energy here spiritually, and the water energy emotionally. Okay. It is not unlike the law of cause and effect, i.e. for every effect there is a cause. All of this means you have the power to shift your circumstances. The more you heal and grow your inner world, the more the outer world will reflect the light within. You can begin, I want to make sure we're still recording. You can begin by I lost it. You can begin by being Maya to take a breath. You can begin by being mindful of what you send out into the universe, knowing that in some way it will make its way back to you. And that by healing your own circumstances and traumas, you are contributing to the healing of the shared consciousness. By choosing kindness, you are sending more love out into the world. And by believing in yourself and embracing your power, you are unknowingly encouraging others to do the same. Now is your time to act upon what is within your heart, trusting that as you take steps towards your goals, and the universe will respond in kind. This is perfect. And move mountains on your behalf. The collective will also move to support you, and people and resources will find their way to you and as a direct result of your willingness to pursue your dreams. This card also serves as a card of abundance and the happy recipient of financial windfall, or an opportunity may lead to significant financial growth. This is a fortuitous card. However, should this card fall from the deck and land in the reverse, and it did not, so we're not going to read companion cards. Okay, we didn't get any of those. Okay. Look. Deep being or the witching hour. It's funny. It says the witching hour here would be a companion card. And we've been talking about the witching hour, even though that's the name of this deck. Like we've been talking about connecting to the witching hour. It's everywhere here for you. Midnight Brewing, okay? 19, we're going to read these last two cards here. And then that is the final message for you, Pile 2. I love this whole reading. I hope you'll go back and read and listen to Pile 1. I hope you'll comment how this resonated, because I feel like these two piles, this collective, is magic for us right now, and we want to be doing exactly what our guides are feeling called to give us. Okay, I'm speaking their language. That's all I'm saying. Not my language. It's their language. I don't know. Click, 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 like little cogs going in order. Click, 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 click. Okay. Harvest ritual. Trust the endings in life. The skeleton represents the long sleep of death and transition from one existence to another. The pumpkins are a symbol of the harvest of a life well lived, and it is now time to acknowledge all of your efforts that have reaped rewards, and also those that did not turn out the way that you expected. Trust the little deaths and endings in your life. Trust the little deaths and endings in your life, because they have sweet and hearty sustenance that can feed not only you, but the events, circumstances, and relationships that will live on in your life. It's important to remember that the endings we experience are not always negative, but sometimes they are necessary for our growth and development. By letting go of the past, we make room for new opportunities and experiences that will help us evolve and thrive. A good life and a good death are threads. I think I said somewhere in this whole reading somewhere about a thread, the first thread, interactively woven together, intricately woven together. I was like, that didn't make sense. Recognizing death as an essential component of appreciating life is a profound perspective that can enrich our understanding of the human experience. Take a moment to reflect on your mortality rather than invoking. I even talked about transition to the other side, Rainbow Bridge, your ancestors coming through. Take a moment to reflect on your mortality. Rather than invoking fear, this contemplation can serve as a catalyst for a more intentional and meaningful life. Recognizing the finiteness of our time urges us to prioritize, I keep reading it, I don't know, what truly matters, fostering a sense of purpose and forgiveness for the times when life was less than perfect. The Japanese concept mono no aware recognizes the beauty of transience. They're using some big words in this, okay? Find appreciation in the fleeting nature of cherry blossoms. I like it. I just have to really read. The changing seasons or the setting sun. Just as nature gracefully transitions, so do our lives. Understanding that loss, though often painful, is an integral part of human experience. Grief, when embraced as a natural response to loss, can become a teacher. Through mourning, we learn to appreciate the essence of what was lost and find strength in the process of healing. Harness the awareness of life's impertinence to live with intention. Align your actions with your values and aspirations. Channel the awareness of mortality and drive to create a positive legacy, whether through meaningful relationships, contributions to society, or personal achievements. Your legacy is a testament to a life well lived. And one day you can lay like the smiling skeleton at peace, surrounded by the nourishment. I didn't realize it was smiling. I like that. Surrounded by the nourishing harvest of your wonderful life. And as the snake coiled at the base suggests, you can be reborn into the next. That was beautiful. I think I just heard crows calling. The Alchemy of You, Midnight Brew. The Midnight Brew card emerges as a symbol of transformation and the potent energies of change. The cauldron, a vessel of ancient magic, represents the crucible of your life, experiences, and the potential for the profound alchemy. The potion bubbling over signifies the release of hidden potential, untapped wisdom, and creative energies. Your life is in a state of flux, yes, and powerful forces are at work, yes, bringing forth opportunities for growth and renewal, yes. Your life is in a state of flux. I can't believe that. I mean, bringing forth opportunities of great renewal and growth. Embrace the transformation that is underway as the burning wood beneath. As the burning wood beneath. As the burning wood beneath. I love that. Okay. As the burning wood beneath the cauldron represents the purifying fires of change. Just as fire transforms wood into ash, your challenges are a catalyst for your evolution. You got to go listen to part 1. The owl, you got to go listen to part 1. A creature of the night perches on the cauldron's lid as a guardian of ancient wisdom. In the darkness, profound insights are revealed. The owl invites you to explore the hidden realms of your subconscious, where profound truths and ancient knowledge resides. Where profound truth and ancient knowledge resides. The ancient alchemical process may not always be comfortable, but it is a necessary step towards personal and spiritual growth. Most significantly, the owl represents, it's over there, okay, I see it. Fascinating silence. They are creatures of aerial stealth. Due to their unique feather structure, they fly without a sound. It is in this time of midnight brewing of your potential, the owl tells you to be silent, to not brag or boast, to not draw attention to the magic that is bubbling inside of you. Silence through the preparation of your alchemical brew will give you the useful advantage. In mythology, the cauldron is a symbol of rebirth and regeneration. It is said that the Welsh goddess, Ceridwen enchanted a cauldron of transfiguration to brew a potion that granted beauty, wisdom, and poetic inspiration. The outcome of this time will surprise and inspire you as its full magical potential is released. As the cauldron bubbles at midnight, know that one version of you is ending and the next enchanted one is beginning. Torchbearers, thank you so much. I hope this reading resonated for you. Give me a quick like, follow, comment how it resonated. If you made it to the end here, please give me a little howl in the comments as well. Oh! Have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Happy Samhain. I can't end it because of the